Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So I'm going to go with you guys in the S&P 500. Again, this is the SPY. We had two major data points that came out in today's Fed minutes. They mentioned that asset prices remain elevated, but they also mentioned that most Fed participants agree on a 50-point base rate hike, which is exactly what we did expect from Powell speaking previously. So no added data. We didn't get increases in balance sheet runoffs. We didn't get increases in rates. So we did have a bullish move today. So I'm going to go over the daily time frame with you guys so you guys can see what our key levels are, what exactly has to happen for us to continue on higher. And if we do continue on lower, which levels are we looking out for? Now, before I jump into this, all I ask in return for all of this is you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates every single day that I mentioned throughout the week. And if you guys are day traders or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, go to intables.com in the description below and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the S&P 500, again, this is the SPY. As you guys can see, we did mention yesterday that we had a hammer candle coming out yesterday, which did give us that rejection to the downside. And as you guys can see, we did continue on higher today as we did get that pressure rejected to the downside, giving us that pressure to the upside here. Now, our next question was, are we going to continue on above our 20-day moving average to start to get consolidation above it to possibly test the upper end of our channel that we have been tracking? As you guys can see, we got multiple rejections on the lower end of our channel, and our question was, are we going to continue on with this bounce that we had with the hammer candle on Monday? As you guys can see, we have our buy pressure on the MACD here that we have been tracking. We do have a decrease in sell pressure to the downside. We do have a slight increase in buy pressure. We need to continue on with this buy pressure to get more confirmation, break over 400, and continue on with that buy pressure to the upside. Again, we had that continuation on a decrease in sell pressure to the downside yesterday, getting another white shaded line showing us that decrease in momentum to the downside, which did give us our push today. And we also did get our EMA lines crossing to give us more confirmation on that bounce. Now, looking at our RSI here, as you guys can see, we are pointing up on our RSI, showing us that we still could continue on higher. A very bullish move today. If we can continue on past 400, then in my opinion, we can test 415 in the market. We do have a rejection from last Tuesday that we had at 408. We want to see if we can continue on above 408 to possibly test 415. Again, reclaiming 400 would be very key. If we do not jump over 400, then we have no reason to think that we'll test 408. So we're going to make sure we do reclaim 400 before we do get that confirmation to test 408. And then ultimately to respect the upper end of our 20-day moving average to see if we are going to possibly test the upper end of our channel. Again, we have a very strong point here at 415, a very strong resistance that if we do continue on higher from, we could get rejected at or continue on past it. So we're going to keep that on watch. And as far as playing to the downside, as you guys can see, we do have a decrease in pressure to the downside. So I definitely would be careful, especially with our EMA lines crossing here. Now, if that $400 resistance does play out and we do continue on with that rejection like we had previously when Powell spoke the last couple times and got rejections below our 20-day moving average, then we will keep an eye on the lower end of our channel to see if we do bounce off of it or if we do continue on below it. However, playing to the downside, leading into the lower end of our channel would be very risky as we do have a possible bounce that we could continue on, even a possible invert head and shoulder if we did continue to bounce and we continued on higher here. So we're going to be careful here. We're going to see if we can continue on with this momentum above 400, break over 405, which was our previous lows of the year, and then jump back over 408 to get more confirmation that we will be trying to test 415. Again, the safer play would be to see if we can claim 400 and then claim 408. Playing the range between 405 and 408 would be a little more risky if you were entering at that point. That is only in my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is only what I'll be thinking because, again, this is a range that we could get trapped in. So we're going to be careful, making sure we do, again, ultimately reclaim our 20-day moving average to see if we can continue on higher here. It is exactly what we're looking for here to continue on this bounce. Now, to recap on our Bollinger Bands, as you guys can see, again, this does represent compression and decompression. If you guys are looking at Bollinger Bands, I recommend that you change your Bollinger Band settings from 1 deviation to 2 deviations. It gives you a better idea on how much strength we do have here in the market and exactly what we're looking for on many stocks, in my opinion. So as you guys can see, again, we have been looking at the lower end of our Bollinger Band to see if we were going to have a curl up and start to consolidate within our Bollinger Band. That is exactly what we're looking for to see if we can continue on higher here from this bounce. Again, we do like this bounce because, again, now we are increasing in buy pressure. We have our EMA lines now crossing. So we're going to see if we do continue on above our 20-day moving average. And again, leading into a 3-day weekend. Tomorrow's Thursday, leading into Friday, a 3-day weekend ahead. We'll see exactly how the market reacts. We want to see if we can get a large increase in volume, as we had a slight increase in volume just under our sell volume that we had from yesterday. So we're looking for a continuation on volume going to tomorrow to see if we can continue on with this bounce. Again, breaking over 400 and then breaking over 408 are the two main points that I want to see if we can continue on past. So ultimately, again, our leading indicator will be our 20-day moving average that is below our 50. We do have our 20 below our 50 showing us that overall, again, we are still within bearish momentum. But as you guys can see here, we did come up and we did test our channel that we have been looking to see if we can continue on with this bounce from. As you guys can see, we got a slight increase, broke just above it. We have a wick to the upside, so we want to see if we can get a solid body of the candle to break above our channel that we have here. Again, if we can continue on above this channel, then in my opinion, with that pressure to the upside and with our EMA lines crossing on the MACD, that does show us that we could continue on higher. So we're going to see if we either do continue on higher, or if we do get rejected, we're just going to be careful. I'm not going to play the downside quite yet because, again, we could have that pressure reverse to the upside. So we're going to see exactly how this plays out leading into a 3-day weekend. Again, Memorial Day is on Monday, a 3-day weekend ahead. So just reminding you guys of that. So again, a lot of pressure to the downside could result in a large amount of pressure to the upside at some point in time. We're just looking for more confirmation on that bounce. But again, a very nice bounce yesterday from a hammer candle that we had leading into today. So we're going to see exactly how we do react tomorrow if we do continue on above our channel here, or if we do get that rejection and we do continue on lower, as we had a slight pullback going to extended hours here, consolidating just on our 50-day moving average to see if we can continue on higher. So we'll see exactly how this does play out on the 5-minute and leading into tomorrow. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, most breakouts have been pre-market news and now open. We mention pre-market news before market open every single day. Go to instathebulls.com in the description below, and you will never miss breakout alert today again. And again, all of you instables that come over every single day and support the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. We're going to continue to go at it, stay patient, take what the market gives us. Again, if we do digest to the upside, then we do have more intraday plays. If we do digest to the downside, then we're going to have a lot of opportunity for long plays. So we'll see exactly how the market digests Fed minutes going into tomorrow. And if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.